Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Orina. The Committee for Western Bypass on Stilts at Benauli has supported the PWD Minister, Shri Nilesh Kabral, for his assurances on finding a permanent solution to the perennial problem of releasing raw and untreated sewage in the River Sal. They said what couldn't be achieved even after a decade cannot be completed overnight. They said villages should not suffer due to the exchanges between the Benauli MLA and the PWD Minister. Instead, an early solution should be found to the sewage discharge issue.
बाकीच्या मेळलो ते सायडीन हेगे स्टिलांचे जालो सो प्रॉब्लेम आमकां आहा हिंगा आमगे फुडो जो मागीर सगळ्यांक त्रास पडटा हें कडेन सो मेन इशू आहा तो आमगेलो बाणालकारांक आतां पयलीं सॉल्व जावपा जालो हय ते तो मॅटर कोर्टाकूय आहा न्हू तो सॉल्वच न्हू बरें जालें हय आम रावताय न्हू ते गव्हर्मेंट हेल्प करता आमकां विश्वास आहा
ना तो एमएलए उलयता एमएलए उलयता वाचिला कळना तुका प्रेस घेवपाक कारण म्हणजे कितें आमगेलो PWD मिनिस्टर न्हू तेन्ना एंड ऑफ ऑक्टोबर तो येयल्लो सायटीचेर ते वेस्टर्न हायवेयाचे प्रोग्रेस चॅक करपाक मे बी सम अदर मॅटर ऑल्सो आनी आमगेलो तो एक इशू आहलो ती सिवरेज लायन ते ओरिजिनल प्लेसीर ते होल्डिंग टँक करपा आहा थिंगा ती सोडून त्या दुसऱ्या जाग्यार करतालो आनी आमगेले फार्मर्स आनी पंचायतीन आमी कंप्लेन केल्लें दॅट दे शूड इदर स्टीक टू द ओरिजिनल प्लॅन ऑर ती सिवरेज लायन डिस्चार्ज लायन आहा ती फुडें व्हरची म्हणून कित्याक ते जे तेणी एक्सकवेशन चालू केल्लें इट वॉज क्लोज टू द रिवर बॅड
प्रेसार तुमी येयलो आहाय न्हू मिडिया फेस्तां ते आयको येता न्हू कोण कितें उलयता तें
कोण उलयता
सो आमगे एमएलएनूय म्हणून एमएलएनूय पयर फाटीं प्रेसार दिलो न्हू
एमएलएन केस्तांव गेला
केस्तांव म्हणजे तेंगे आर्ग्युमेंट जाला ते हेजे वयर आर्ग्युमेंट सो म्हाका जाय आर्ग्युमेंट कोण आसूं हो प्रॉब्लम बरो भाशेन सॉल्व जालो तर आर्ग्युमेंट केलो ते आमकां त्रास जातले हाले ते म्हटल्यार तूं जाय जाल्यार कोर्टां वचाय आनी कितें करे सो गोरपणान जातलें काम कोर्टां वचून जावपा ना न्हू तेका टायम लागतलो
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
The Congress Legislature Party has called for the scrapping of the jetty policy, saying it is outside the jurisdiction of the Tourism Department. Instead, they should focus on the new tourism policy and the master plan. CLP feared that since there is no transparency, the jetties may be used for coal transportation or used by casinos. There is need to take care of tourism stakeholders and save what we have, CLP members told media on Friday.
We said that this jetty policy first of all has to be scrapped because it doesn't come under the ambit of the tourism department. Who is the jetty operator? Who is the jetty owner? There is no clarity, and absolutely their policy, they have not given any clarity on what will be the load, who casino operator हाडपाक सोदताय, coal येवपाक शकता. People fear that. So there has to be transparency, and if the captain of ports is saying that it comes in their jurisdiction, I fail to understand. Finally, the chief minister is the head of the state. He should intervene, and I hope that the tourism department doesn't go ahead with the jetty policy because they are not equipped. They are not equipped to do it.
टुरिझम मिनिस्टरान एक चॅलेंज केलें जे जेटी पॉलिसीर कोल हाडपा खातीर जे तुमी मेन्शन करता जे अपोजिशन उलयता ते म्हणटा जी जेट्टी पॉलिसी आहा त्याच्यात खंय कोल आसा तो आमच्या नजरेक जाडून दिवचो आमी त्याच्यावरती इम्प्लिमेंट करता
आमी कितें सांगताय वी आर सेइंग इज देयर ओन डिपार्टमेंट सेज that doesn't come under their preview. Captain of ports is saying it is not your jurisdiction, it is his jurisdiction. First they should clarify on that. Coal etlo, that is later. We say the people fear because with the way these three linear projects are being bombarded, everyone fears that this will be the and casino every gambling करपाचे लोकांनी बारीक लोकांनी एक विलेजी स्टार्ट जातले. So let them come clear on that.
See, for today's CLP meeting, we have strongly condemned the act of Department of Tourism, who is preparing a jetty policy in Goa. And we have urged the tourism minister to focus on the state tourism policy and master plan rather than the jetty policy. See, coming from a tourism background, and then now a tourism हितून आसा, हॉटेलां आसा, आनी हांव बेसिकली बारीकशें टुरिजमा जाणा. म्हाका दिसता सरकारान आमकां बेजीक टुरिस्ट येता तांकां पयलीं सांबाळपाक गरज आहा. आज आमकां इतले त्रास जाला लास्ट 3 years. आमकां चार्टर्साचे इश्यूज आहाय, आमगे UK ट्युरिस्ट आहा तांकां विजा लावन इश्यूज आहाय. सो कित आहा तें सांबाळचे परस आमकां ही आतां जेटी पॉलिसी ही सरकार आनी आमचे लोकांचे घेता. बेसिकली इट इज फॉर कोल्ड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन अशें म्हणून आमी समजताय. सो वी कंडेम दीस एंड वी आस्क द गव्हर्मेंट, पयलेंच्या सरकारान तेंगलेचे पयलेंचे आमदार बाब ग्लेन तिकलो आनी बाय अलिना हेमी हेंगले रिकॉर्डिंग आहा आमकडे की हे मी ओपोज केल्लें. आज तेंगले जेन्ना पयलें ते ओपोज करताले, आज कित्याक सरकार हेजे मुखार वयता हें सरकारान आमकां जबाब दिवचो. आनी ही जेटी पॉलिसी जी करपाक सोदता ती होल्डार दवरची. आनी तें समज कोता जाल्यार बाय कॅप्टन ऑफ पोर्ट्स आनी रेल्वे नॅविगेशन डिपार्टमेंट तेंचे अंडर करचे. हेंगे सरकारान कोण आपणा फायद्याक कोला फायद्या हें घेवचो न्हू.
प्रसाद पोलजी for Herald TV.
As a mega football event, the FIFA World Cup 2022 kicks off. Football fever has gripped everyone, but in a very special way, the Goan fans in Qatar, who are in the heart of the pulsating action. Who are they rooting for? What is going on in their minds ahead of the gala event? Catch the action from Qatar.
So how you look forward to the World Cup? Will Portugal win the World Cup?
Yes, we are waiting for it. We are waiting for Cristiano Ronaldo. No? Maybe? Whom we are waiting to see? Yes.
Every weekend on the Fridays, it's like you people do your swimming here while your husbands play football. What is the schedule like? Can you throw more light on it?
Yes, I do swimming. My baby also do swimming, and my husband play football here. And then after finishing, we love to watch football, and we always support Portugal.
Mr. Morgan, how you look forward to the World Cup? Will Portugal win the World Cup?
Sim, sempre. Nós vamos a ganhar Copa do Mundial.
Sim. Portugal vai vencer este Mundial. Aqui é muito certo. Mas certamente vai vencer. Este Mundial é para Portugal.
So that's what Vaz said is the slogan of the Portugal fans in Qatar. So this time Portugal is going to win the World Cup. They are saying this is the slogan.
Primeiro jogador, Eusébio, trouxe todos os prêmios em Portugal.
Depois Cristiano Ronaldo.
Segundo sucessor,
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Sucessor,
Número 7, CR7.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mr. Vaz is talking about Eusébio, the famous player from Portugal who died recently. He traces his roots to Mozambique. He was born in Mozambique but played for Portugal. Until now, he is the highest scorer for Portugal in the World Cup. But hopefully this time in Qatar, Cristiano will overtake his tally of more goals in World Cup and emerge as the highest scorer in the World Cup and win the World Cup.
Viva Portugal!
Viva Portugal!
Portugal no coração.
Viva Portugal!
Sempre!
Yeah. No, todos os países querem que Portugal leve esta Copa Mundial, este Mundial para Portugal.
Todos os goiás apoiar a seleção Portugal. Força Portugal!
Força Portugal!
Viva, 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 viva Portugal! Viva, 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 viva Portugal! Viva, 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 viva Portugal! Viva, 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 viva!
Adios!
Adeus!
Good evening. I have with me Dominic, Keji and Xavier. They all trace their roots to Goa, but they are not Portugal fans or Brazil fans. They are Argentina. So, what are Argentina's chances of winning the World Cup in Qatar? And you are based in Qatar.
This World Cup in Qatar, Viva Argentina is going to take.
Khalas, there is no more other game. Argentina. Argentina.
It's the same with the way that they're playing. I guess they have a better chance this year. So we hope for the best.
Armstrong was for Herald TV.
With the days to the opening ceremony of the 53rd edition of the International Film Festival of India, IFFI, getting closer, some of the biggest names in Indian cinema will be present for the opening ceremony. IFFI has curated a separate section for Goan films. 7 feature films by Goans will be shown for the first time during the festival. This edition of the festival will present to thousands of film enthusiasts a collection of 280 plus films from 79 countries. Apart from the screening of Indian international movie screenings, several in-conversation sessions will be held with celebrities, and the Film Bazaar has been made an integral part of IFFI.
Goan, we have curated a separate section, Goan film section. So 7 non-feature films we are going to screen in the festival. This was a separate addition to what the NFDC has curated. Opening ceremony, we can expect names like Mr. Ajay Devgan, Pankaj Tripathi, Manoj Vajpayee, Mr. Prabhudeva. They'll be attending as our special invitees and guests, and in the performance category in the opening, everybody is very keen. So we'll have Varun Dhawan, Kartik Aaryan, Sara Ali Khan.
At how many places this will be screened? The theatres?
There are in total 8. Including one in Markinas Palace itself. So 4 screens in Inox, 1 here, which we do screen some movies, which is inside the ESG complex. Then 4 screens in Inox Porvorim.
No?
Yes. So apart from the international and the Indian section, movie screenings and master classes, a number of in-conversation sessions. Everybody's very interested in knowing and talking to celebrities in various aspects of filmmaking. So that is a big attention. Over 100 celebrated names will be coming to offer those masterclasses. Film Bazaar has been made an integral part of IFFI from this year onwards. Earlier it used to be conducted independently.
Sagun Gade for Herald TV.
The Lorna Montserrat Brothers Unplugged musical show will be staged at the Goa Heritage Festival at Kampala on 19th November 2022. This is possibly the first time that Lorna will be returning to the old days, where she will perform with wind instruments accompanying her. Performing with her will be the Montserrat brothers Ronnie, Bosco and Blasco, Rocky Lazarus and Carlos Gonsalves.
Brought Lorna back in 1995 with the Hello Lorna show. If you remember, it's a long time back, Lorna was not performing for around 23 years. There was a hiatus from music for 23 years, and her whole career had crumbled and things were, people, and that's partly, I think, one of the reasons, besides the fabulous voice, is the legend behind her, the tragic story of Lorna. And the one who brought her back was Ronnie Montserrat. The faith that he had, he composed the song Aikat Muzo Tavo, and the show at the Miramar beach was jam-packed. I don't think there's ever been a show in Goa which has had so many people in one go. That was thanks to Ronnie Montserrat. It was obvious that we had to have a show of this type, and I'd like to add that despite that having happened in 1995, it never again happened. Lorna and Ronnie have never played. So our whole idea, we at the Gonsalves Mansion at Goa Forgiving are always keen on doing some extraordinary shows. So we thought we'll bring this particular show together. And Ronnie and his brothers with Lorna is itself a big game, or big one. And further than that is the fact that they are playing unplugged. So real quality musicians will only be seen when their sound is unplugged. You're going to actually watch something which is never going to happen again, which has never happened before. So this is the whole event, and we call it the Lorna and the Montserrat Brothers Unplugged. And in terms of the type of setup that we have got is the wind instrument setup, because Lorna was used to Chris Perry at that time, and Chris Perry, and for many years thereafter she moved away from wind instruments. So we got her back in 2010 and put the wind instruments back, and her career has taken off to a different level.
One day we had a jam at his place. Lorna was there, myself, and we just went while Lorna started singing, and Armando was there around, Shine was there also. And we just started jamming, and I think that's the time, that's what I feel, he had this idea of why don't we have an unplugged concert. The roots was at that particular jam, I think, when we jammed at this place with Lorna unplugged. Because otherwise she's been singing with the band, the regular band, but that's fully electronic and with brass. And today we are come to do this concert which is unplugged, so it was rooted then, and today we are come to have Carlos and Rocky by our side with my brothers Bosco and Blasco doing this unplugged show.
Thank you for this honor to be part of Goa Forgiving and Goa Heritage Action Group. And the legendary gentlemen are pioneers for us. They are pioneers for Carlos and me. They are the Monserrat brothers. We've grown up listening to their music. So it's a very heart-touching day, and it's an emotional moment to be brushing shoulders with them tomorrow.
Like it's a dream come true. Like I met Armando and he said, let's do something, and he said, let's go like and they told me like Monserrat brothers are coming, and I always had a dream where I used to, when I was young, I used to watch them, hear them in the film. So it's my honor and pleasure to play with Ronnie, Roscoe. So this is a dream come true, Rocky, and all this, to keep our goal. My only strength is to keep Goa together.
Devendra Kankar for Herald TV.
The body of a 22-year-old Akhtar Raza Kusanur from the Karpale was found at Sanzuzeti Areal on Thursday in a partially decomposed state. The deceased was reported missing since November 14 by his family. After an examination of the crime scene, police suspected homicide, and thereafter an offence under Section 302 of the IPC was registered. South Goa District Police arrested 22-year-old Sandeep Gupta for allegedly committing the murder. It is suspected that Gupta assaulted the deceased on the head to rob cash in his possession and smashed his head with a stone to cover up the crime.
Multiple teams were formed by South Goa District Police to identify suspects through a collection of human intelligence and technical evidence. All acquaintances of the deceased were thoroughly investigated, and all CCTV cameras in the vicinity were watched to gather necessary leads into the investigation. The murder weapon with other possession of the deceased have been recovered at the behest of the accused. Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
So, to ascertain who the accused is and what was the motive behind the crime, we were trying to identify all his associates who he works with, his friends, etc. And on verifying the same, we identified one Sandeep Gupta, who is originally a resident of Bihar but has been staying in Goa for past 16 years, and he runs a general store. So we identified him based on inputs from technical intelligence and through ground intelligence, as well as through combing of the CCTV cameras in the area. So as far as motive goes, this deceased was in possession of cash at that point of time, and this accused who owed money to certain people, and driven by his greed, he assaulted the deceased, and which led to his death. He was possessing his own cash, and which he was supposed to distribute it to certain people. This accused and deceased, they were close friends. So he knew that he was in possession of cash, and accused was also in need of money, and that is why he took this highly deplorable step. The deceased was in possession of a bike, and it appears that the deceased went to that place of the incident on his own bike. Later, the accused, in an effort to destroy all the evidences, he parked his bike at a place around 2 to 2.5 kilometers from that place and left it unattended and disappeared.
रामनगरी।
So ये क्या करता था लड़का, मतलब जॉब करता था, क्या करता?
कौन लड़का?
जो डिसीज है।
जो डिसीज है, his occupation is he used to work as a fish seller. So he used to roam around selling fish in the locality in the Karpale and other adjoining areas.
Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
The feast of Venerable Father Agnello will be celebrated at Pilar on 19th of November. The feast is being celebrated on Saturday due to the Feast of Christ the King, which is celebrated on Sunday, 20th November. Masses will be celebrated at 5:30 a.m., 6:45, 8 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. In the evening, the Masses will be held at 4 p.m., 5:15 p.m. all in Konkani, and the English Mass will be held at 6:15 p.m. The Solemn Feast Mass will be celebrated by Most Reverend Bishop Alex Dias, Bishop Emeritus of Port Blair. Herald TV will telecast the Solemn Feast Mass at 6 p.m. on Herald TV.
Tomorrow, on the 19th of November, we celebrate the 95th death anniversary of Venerable Father Agnello on this Pilar hillock. The masses in the morning will begin at 5:30, 6:45, 8 o'clock, and the solemn mass will be at 9:30, followed by a mass at 11:30. In the evening, the masses will be at 4 o'clock, 5:15, and the English Mass at 6:15. The solemn Mass will be celebrated by Most Reverend Bishop Alex Dias, who is the Emeritus Bishop of Port Blair. We welcome you all to come and pray for the canonization of Venerable Father Agnello. We hope to see you all on the Pilar Hillock tomorrow.
Freddy Fernandez for Herald TV.
The Mapsa Municipal Council convened a special meeting to discuss an ongoing 20-year-old High Court case. Mapsa being a town with a number of educational institutions, a case was filed against the municipality due to traffic congestion and the roads being unsafe for commuters. The High Court directed the MMC to shift the institutions to one place or widen the roads. Acting on these directives, the MMC conducted inspections. Watch.
आज आमची स्पेशल मिटींग आसली पूण आमचे न्ही हायकोर्टाचो एक मॅटर चलतालो 20 सालां पासून डॉक्टर आरवारीस हेणे आमच्या म्युनिसिपालिटीचेर केस घातलेली आनी आमचो पडियाल एडवोकेट आसा पळय तो आमचो एडवोकेट आसा आतां पळय थंय स्कुलां आसा स्कूल कॉलेज आनी म्युनिसिपालिटी एरिया ह्यो चड कॉमन एरिया म्हणजे कशें हांगा ह्या वाटेरूच चड हें जाता लोकांची गाडयांची चड गर्दी जाता त्यामुळे ते हायकोर्टाची हें आसली की तुमी ती बेगींतल्या बेगीन बांदून दिवपाचें म्हणून आतां त्या हेतून मागीर आमी एक फावटी इन्स्पेक्शनाक गेले आमी जेन्ना कोर्टाक गेली तेन्ना आमकां हें जालें की आमचो एडवोकेट म्हणटालो की आमी जॉयंट इन्स्पेक्शन करुया सो मागीर आमी जॉयंट इन्स्पेक्शन केलें जालें 22 दीस सुमार सो जॉयंट इन्स्पेक्शन केल्या नंतर दिसलें की खरेंच तें गरजेचें आसा कशें आनी अशा रितीन आमी 1150 मिटर जागा घेवन काम केलें आनी इंजिनियरान तेचो वेवस्थीत इस्टिमेट केल्लो आसा 850 ह्या सायडीन जाता आनी लेफ्ट सायडीन बारीकसो वळता पळय पावलोच्या थंय वळता पळय ते हें जाता वयलो अशा रितीन कंप्लीट म्युनिसिपालिटी पर्यंत ते डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटल तिथ पर्यंत हो एस्टिमेट आसा आतां तेतून वेगवेगळे आसा फुटपाथ आसा कोणाचे गटारां आसा बांदपाची आनी कोणाचे बारीक सारीक कितें दुरी कंपाउंड अशें कितें कितें सगळें आसा ब्लॅक स्पॉट आसा हे सगळें करपा खातीर हें काम केल्लें आसा.
प्रकाश करेकर for Herald TV.
Although the highway was ensured smooth flow of traffic, the traffic which wants to come onto the highway and exit face severe hardships. Hence, the Pere junction will be closed for vehicles and pedestrians since work will be undertaken to improve the safety at the junction. A large number of accidents occur at Pede Junction. However, people coming from Kamar Kazan, Pede and District Hospital will face severe problems if the junction is closed.
This entire junction has been a problem. We can expect better connectivity on this Pede Junction. आमचे ऑनरेबल PWD मिनिस्टरान उतर दिला हे काम पूर्ण जातलें. Similarly, we can expect a smooth flow of traffic in this entire area. And there is also an issue of this Sapna village. There is a colony on the rear side of this hill. They are also facing multiple issues with the entry and exit of their society. I believe that once this entire सर्वीस रोड इज कंप्लीटेड. म्हाका ह्या वाड्यावेल्या लोकांक जे त्रास जाता हायवे क्रॉस करपाक ते सायडीक वचपाक ह्या लोकांक भरपूर त्रास जाता. वी कॅन एक्सपेक्ट दॅट टू बी मच बेटर सिच्युएशन टू बी मच बेटर. सिमिलरली हांव मुद्दमूच आयज हांगा आयला म्हूण सांगूंक सोदतां करासवाडा जंक्शनाचेरूय बरो मोठो इशू आसा. वी हॅव बीन इन कॉन्स्टंट dialogue with the department, the highways authority, as well as the PWD highways and the state highways department to ensure that they have a holistic junction plan for Karaswada junction. कारण ते alignment आख्खे चुकलेले आसा and to ensure that the alignment is back on track for a smooth connectivity of that junction. सकाळी फुडें आमी थंय पळयल्यार भरपूर गर्दी आसता. सांच्या वेळारूय थंय नाका जाता लोकांक भितर भायर सरपाक. So what we see as a benefit on the top side with the highway, सकयल भरपूर लोकांक त्रास जाता. So we are constantly working, and I believe the PWD highways authority and state highways authority will have a concrete plan within the next 20 days. I will share it with the media again once they have a proper plan.
Prakash Gadekar for Herald TV.
The Ponda Municipal Council (PMC) has decided to construct the ambitious Palika Bazaar project by demolishing the old market shed. To clear the way for the construction of the Palika Bazaar, it was decided to shift the vendors into the old market shed at the earliest, said Chairperson Ritesh Naik after council meeting. It was also decided to collect the pending house tax, commercial taxes, as a recovery amount of rupees 1 crore was pending from shop owners at Indira Market.
Market complexan जे आमचं ट्रान्सफॉर्मर आसा तेजे आमचे अप्रुवल आयला आणि आम्ही जो डिफरन्स अमाउंट 11 लाखाच्या वयर आमचो अप्रुवल आयलो पूण तो एस्टिमेट परत डिफर जालो चेंज जालो आनी 15 लाखाच्या वयर कितें जालो. सो तो उरिल्लो अमाउंट तो आमी परत डिसिशन घेवन तो अप्रुवलाक धाडला तो आमकां दिवचो म्हणून. आनी त्या मीन टायम आमी आमचे जो पे करून तो आमी तो ट्रान्सफर घालतो त्या जेणे करून जी शॉप्स लोकल ऑप्शनां आयल्या ऑप्शन करपाक ते आमी ऑप्शन करून घेतले शॉप्स. जो मेन आसा आमकां ते शॉप ऑप्शन जावपाक जाय. लायट ना म्हणून ते सगळें उरलं. सो ऑप्शन जातलें पूण तेज्या खातीर तो एक आमी इम्पॉर्टंट स्टेप घेतलो की आमकां ट्रान्सफर बेगीन हें जाय आशिल्लें. आनी दुसरें आमी मॅक्झिमम आमी हे सगळें चडशे इम्पॉर्टंट पॉयंट हे आशिल्ले. आनी जो मार्केट कॉम्प्लेक्स जो आसा आमचो नवो फी मार्केट येता तो बेगीच्या बेगीन कंप्लीट करपा खातीर ते आमी सगळे सपोर्ट दितले. आनी ते रिहॅबिलिट करपाक ते जे आमी न्यू मार्केट बांदतले तांकां सगळे शॉपवाल्याक रिहॅबिलिट करपाक आमी आतांच्यानूच सगळें रेडी सुरू केलां काम. आनी ते आनी स्पीड अप करपाक ते आमी डिसिजन घेतला की तांकां रिहॅबिलिट करतले. आनी त्या वेळार आमी इमिजिएटली मागीर आतां म्हाका दिसता आमी पीडीएन काल अप्रुवल दिलो आमकां प्लॅनाचो न्यू मार्केटाचो. आनी दितकीच आतां तो म्हाका एक 10 दिसान आमचो एस्टिमेट रेडी जातलो. एस्टिमेट रेडी जातकीर इमिजिएटली टेंडरा वतले. सो प्रोसेस फास्ट जातलो म्हणून आमी आतां रिहॅबिलिटेशन करपाक इमिजिएटली आतां पळय पावस आसतना आमकां करपाक मेळनाशिल्लें. सो आमी तो लिस्ट रेडी केला जे रिहॅबिलिट करपाक तांकां आमी उलोवणी करून तांकां आमी रिहॅबिलिट करपाक हे पालिका बाजाराक डिसिजन घेतला.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on Herald on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.